What inspired you in your single, That's Why I Love My Baby, and how does it set the tone for you in your upcoming album?
The reason I wanted That's Why I Love My Baby to be the first single is because it absolutely sets the tone for everything. It's about finding joy in the face of adversity, finding joy in difficult times. The whole album is about that, and I think we need that in the world. We all need to find some joy and hope. But actually, my husband was the inspiration behind it. He doesn't believe in Valentine's Day. He doesn't believe that he should be told to buy me flowers or a card. He thinks that you should be, kind and loving to your partner every day of the week. And I suddenly realized, after years of crying and acting like a drama queen, I suddenly realized he was right. Very hard when you're married to admit when you're wrong. And so I wrote this song. It's a humorous but true song about what matters in life. And the video that goes with it, the music video on my YouTube channel, is me walking through New Orleans, where I live, during Mardi Gras. And that's the tone. It's people finding joy and happiness and beauty it doesn't matter what's going on in the rest of the world, and that's really it. So I love that was the first song,
and we love that too. So where and how did you record this new album? Did you work with new musicians, or were they long-time composers, band members?
I'm the only composer on it, along with on the last track, Inside Out, with Jameson Ross, the incredible drummer and amazing artist, singer, producer, Grammy Award-winning producer, drummer with Snarky Puppy and Jean-Baptiste. But it was something that I always record in New Orleans, and I record with my band, The Callers. They are called The Callers because in New Orleans, when you play live, and if you do something wonderful, somebody does a great solo, you'll hear another musician going, yeah. They call out. They will just absolutely tell you that they love what you're doing. So I think The Callers is a really great name. But it's my group. It's Jameson Ross, Pedro Segundo, Kevin Lewis on cornet, Ricardo Pascal on a saxophone, and the two men that you see today, David Torkanowski, my musical director and pianist, and David Blencorn on guitar. And the record also has the Judith Owen big band, the J.O. big band, but and it also has Develle Crawford, who I know is beloved in Paris as well, and in France, really bringing church. But New Orleans is a place where there is so much great music, not just jazz, but the style of jazz and blues, is gospel. The feeling under it is always coming from that place, the place of joy, sexiness, and then church at the same time. It is really an extraordinary place, and I record there at a place called Esplanade Studios, and I record with another friend that I made there, who. He actually recorded my favorite record when I was a child, Songs in the Key of Life by Stevie Wonder. So to me, it's like New Orleans brings greatness.
Speaking about New Orleans, it's our next question.
Wait.
So a quick reminder, New Orleans, Louisiana is a true cultural cradle. It's a blend of influences, culture, traditions, and it has shaped the genre, that jazz.
Yes.
Like, we know jazz, and New Orleans is like almost the birthplace.
It is the birthplace. Yeah, it is.
So our next question is, to what extent has New Orleans energy influenced your album?
It has completely influenced me and my album. This album about joy and freedom and not feeling inhibited, it is what the city knows best about. I'm from Pays de Galles originally. I brought up in London, went to live in between America and London, and I was never as free and confident and happy to be this woman in a suit and a hat, doing everything I wanted to do. and not being afraid, just being my real self. And that's what New Orleans encourages you and inspires you to be everything you can be. And that's musically, because there's so much music there. It is the birthplace of jazz, but it has blues, classical, folk, it has everything. And of course, it changed the world. The jazz that became the blues, that became rock and roll, that became everything that we know. And it's a living city of music. It's not a museum. And I think that it's a city that knows a lot about struggle, suffering. It has a dark history, as we know. And from that, like I said, comes this desire to celebrate every day that you have. And that is the tone of this album. That is the tone of this music. And that's how I now try to live.
Yeah, joy is a huge part of your life.
Yeah.
We can see that in your Instagram description. It's your motto, of course.
It is.
Yes. So you have a special connection and a beautiful connection with your French audience.
Yes.
What means the most to you when you come in France and meet your fans here?
Oh man, I'm always very moved. You know, it's an incredible thing to make music, to write music as I am. You know, that's what I love. This album is about me interpreting beautiful classics. It's about the big band, but it's also about my music that I've written. And to come to France, where I have such a great following, it's very moving to play in a place like at Bal Blomet, any of these places, to know that they've sold out like that, to come and see. Every time I come here, I have an audience that understand me, love what I do, appreciate the passion that I have for life, that understand the sadness and the darkness that I also know, which is why I work so hard to feel joy and to look for beauty. That's why I covered blue skies, because it means to me always searching for hope in the darkness. And I think it's a very comfortable match here in France. It's like because of the chanson, because even in the new album I have a very Django-esque, a very Django Reinhardt song that I wrote. There are things that I think the French you understand, and that's music from the heart.
How do you balance your own songwriting voice with your tribute to jazz and blues icons? Because sometimes it's a bit difficult to blend the two.
Yeah.
And how do you stand for yourself and create your own genre, like just trying to sing for your own style?
No, I understand. It's something I've been doing a very, very long time. When I say something, I mean making other people's songs sound like they're mine, like I wrote them. And I'm not a fan of songs that are exactly like the original, because the original is the best. It's the greatest. It will always be the greatest. And so, like, I do songs on this album by Aretha Franklin. Today I Sing the Blues, and Etta James, Since I Fell for You. And I make them very different, because I think it's important to make a song your song, about your life. You find a meaning in it that is about your experience, because the audience want to believe you. That's what being a good interpreter is about. It's about making people feel that you are telling them the truth about you and about them. And so you have to be inspired by the lyrics and, of course, the song and the melody. That's the most important thing. But it is about always finding your own truth in every song that you cover. That's one of the things that I do love, is the rearranging of great songs. Great songs can be sung over and over and over again, particularly when you find new light and new life in them.
Jazz Radio, Jazz and Soul